There we go. I'm going live. Hey guys, how's it going? YouTube, what's up in the house? I'm so excited to be here. I would love to have some more coffee, but I know if the coffee's in front of me, I'm not going to be able to drink it anyways because I never do. Yes, please. I am so excited. It's Sunday and the world is beautiful. The weather is amazing. I am Ashley. I am Ashley Westbrook with Daily Wealth Online. My career is a realtor broker in the Dallas Fort Worth area in Texas, in America. And here's the thing, you guys, I am so thankful because I have spent years trying to figure out how to find an income, how to figure out how to be taught how to make an income, how to 100% understand this digital world. And for the first time ever in my 7 years of looking, I found it. I found it, and I simply just want to share that with you, right? Like, that's all I'm doing. I'm simply sharing an opportunity with you because it's changed my life and it's the real deal. So instead of worrying about somebody competing with me and worrying about somebody taking my ideas, no, I want to pass them on to you because I want you to be successful as well, right? So it's Sunday morning. I'm going to close the blinds. I think that might be a little bit better of a little bit better lighting. Hey there guys, my name's Ashley. I'm a realtor. I'm in the real estate business. The real estate industry is changing. Not only is the real estate industry changing, business is changing. Business is changing all around us, and there are people who are Googling, remote jobs. What can I do from home? Why am I having to Google and search for second jobs that pay me $10 an hour when I'm making $60,000 in a career? Right? Like, why isn't that enough? It's because no one's coming to save you. It's because you are on your own. It's because the world is not concerned about how you're going to pay your bills, right? So for years and years and years, I have been searching for an opportunity to learn a new skill. I want to learn a new skill because I am smart. I know that I'm capable of making another income online. I see people doing it all around me. Why couldn't I figure this out? I've spent $10,000 in the last 5 years trying to understand the FBA shipping, the drop shipping, the Amazon store, the Etsy, the Canva courses, how to do coaching. I've tried in so many ways to figure out another stream of income that's coming in on the background that's just going to pay $1,400 a month, people. I mean, it's not like I was asking for anything ridiculous. I was just looking for some substantial income coming in repeatedly every week so that I could relax and do my job without fear, without intimidation, without fear. I mean, I have been living in my real estate world in fear, and it's so uncomfortable because when fear is in your heart and in your head, when you're doing a career that you absolutely love, and the fear that consumes me is not being able to pay my bills, my bank account dropping below 4 digits, like real life stuff, like, oh, I need tires now because I'm in real estate. So I'm on the road and all the toll roads are, charging me double what they used to charge 10 years ago. Like there's all these operating expenses that go into performing real estate: tires, car, time, contracts, phone calls, behind the screen, talking to agents, scheduling properties. There's all these things, just like any other job. Everybody's job has certain requirements, certain duties, and I already know what mine are because I've been doing this for so long. But what's exhausting about real estate is real estate doesn't love us back sometimes because we simply can't control, as realtors, how the economy works. I cannot control supply and demand. I cannot control the interest rates, which is affected by inflation, right? We're at the highest inflation I think that we've seen since I've been alive, right? And I'm 44. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm on the last ring of Gen Xers. So my audience that I'm usually talking to is people who have been in a career situation for the last 15, 20 years and who are sick and tired really of where they're at, Who in here is sick and tired of the same story that you're living every day? You know, you eat, sleep, repeat, go back to work, and you're not being rewarded. You're not maybe getting to utilize your skill sets that you absolutely know that you're put on earth to do, but your career that you had to take because you have to have an income tells you that you have to, commit your 40 hours a week to this brick and mortar store, to driving through traffic, to going to work, to hanging out with all these other people who the only thing that you have in common is that your employer simply pays you the same, right? Like your employer is paying you to be there because you have a skill set that that employer is looking for. Now, the thing is this: why would something like digital marketing be appealing to me? Digital marketing is something that is online, right? Digital, when we think about digital, what's the first thing you think about? I know for me, one of the first things I think about is Amazon. Okay. Would you agree that Amazon is open 24/7? Yeah, right. So Amazon is a company that no matter what time of the day you hop on your phone or you're laying in bed and you have that, oh, snap, I meant to get this at the store today and you forgot, but yet it's a part of your agenda for tomorrow. And who else are you going to count on to make sure that you can still move forward with your schedule that's in your head for tomorrow, other than your buddy Amazon, your personal assistant that can have it there at your doorstep within 24 hours and in 8 hours if you simply pay just a little bit more? I mean, how cool is that, right? We live in a digital business, a digital world where that is something that is happening to us over and over and over. So if Amazon can put something out there to make digital business work, and oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure Amazon put together their portfolio, like their business model, to help people like you and me, people, everyday people, start another digital business, right? To be successful earning income as you start another business by simply choosing a product that you're passionate about, having it in your Amazon store, competing with other people to, show you videos and show you other things on how your product works the marketplace, and you have another stream of income, right? So when I sought out, you guys, I just was looking to make $500 a week. Really amazing, good energy in here going on. You people, help me out. If y'all will go to follow me. If you follow me, I'm on a mission to hit 150 followers this month, because when I am able to, I get a live link and I can help other people who need me. So here's the thing: when you're when you're in a situation where you're just like, okay, if I could just put pen to paper, this was me. I put pen to paper down about, oh, this was probably 2021, and I'm like, okay, if I could just figure out a way to make $500 a week, just $500 a week, that would be $2,000 a month. And then, oh my gosh, I could actually put away some IRA, some website information, not website money. I'm trying to say stock market, right? I am trying to make sure that I am filling my buckets full for responsibilities that I have to endure in the future. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I've owned a business for 17 years and it's been very tough. When you're a business owner, you are operating on CEO of you, right? I was so sick and tired of like trying to understand, man, I am there for my clients. I am there all the time. I have clients text messaging me at 11 o'clock, 7 a.m., 4:53, 4:59. Like everybody's just wanting my attention at all inconvenient hours for me. And I couldn't ever figure out, why is real estate the only career where people feel like they can just talk to you all the time and demand your attention? And it was a way of life that I wasn't exactly excited about. But the thing is this: I learned over the years how to set the expectations, right? So now I know to set the expectations when I meet with a seller or a buyer and say, hey, here's the deal: I work 8 to 5 just like you. Now, if we're in a situation where we need to take a phone call, we need to have a serious conversation because we have a financial contractual deadline in front of us, then we're going to make it happen. But for the most part, I'm working in my real estate business Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, just like you have a job. So I condition my clients to understand that I can't take a call at 10 o'clock, you guys. I have a family. I'm 44 years old. People need me in my little domain too, right? And so that was very scary. I'll never forget when I was in Bold. There's this thing in real estate that we take. If you're a Keller Williams agent or know anything about Keller Williams, we have this amazing, amazing sort of, I call it like your jump start into real estate. If you're a realtor and you're just getting your license and you don't know where to start, wow, Bold is definitely a program that I would suggest because it gives you a boot camp situation. It gives you the fundamentals. It shows you how to go and attack and find the business. It also helps you to understand that guess what? You just got into a business where most of your conversations are going to be hard conversations. Welcome to real estate, right? No one tells you that in school. No one tells you in real estate that you may be the bearer of bad news. But look, don't shoot the messenger. I'm simply telling you the truth, right? So you have to learn how to have these hard conversations and understand and learn how to share your audience and share with people what it is that you want them to do and how you want to be treated. Okay, so just a few years ago, I'm trying to figure out, how am I going to continue a career that I absolutely love? I love real estate. I'm really good at real estate. If you're a realtor, I know you're good at what you do. We are fantastic people. We wear so many hats. People are so lucky to get to work with a realtor because they have no idea the fiduciary responsibility that we have and that we want for our clients. And then you have these other people that are out there trying to eat your equity, trying to take advantage of you with these postcard letters that you get in the mail saying they'll buy your house for cash and all that. Don't fall for that. Contact your realtor first, because if it looks too good to be true, chances are you probably could get something higher from your real estate professional, right? From your realtor, not real estate professional, realtor. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm just looking to make $500 a week extra. So I put pen to paper, started Googling, I started searching on Pinterest, I started looking on Instagram, I started looking on TikTok. Actually, I don't think I started looking on TikTok because I thought TikTok was a dancing channel for your family members, right? So, um, so that was sort of that was really the only places that I really went to look were Pinterest, were Google, were I don't think I looked on Facebook because I'm not really I don't think I did. But I was looking like, how can I do what it is that I do and partner with a business that's going to respect my spontaneity that I have to perform with my clients in the real estate business, and then be rewarding. I'm not going to go and trade time for dollars. You see, I learned a long time ago that in Ashley Westbrook's world, time is much more important than money. And I'm okay with that. I learned a long time ago that when I was introduced to time and money having a scalable effect, that Ashley's world was so much more important to me to have time than money. And what I mean by that is that I wasn't going to allow my future to be dictated by a boss in corporate America that tells me that I only get 2 weeks worth of PTO a year. I spend an entire month at the lake sometimes in every year, and have since I was like, a child. We grew up with some lake property. It's my heaven on earth. It's where I always want to be. And it just so happens that one month out of the year, we're there for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I already knew at 24 years old when I wanted to go to the lake for an entire month. And that probably wasn't going to fly very well with an HR or a department head and me saying, hey, I know I'm in sales, because at the time when I was trying to dip my toe in the corporate world, everyone saw me as a sales professional, which yielded a probationary period because I had a quota to meet within 3 months. So I realized real fast that no one was going to take me serious in the career world, and I was going to have to job hop over and over and over. And when you come from a family member who has had the same business for 60 years, I didn't see job hopping. I didn't see corporate ladder. I didn't know anything about that. I did know that I did want to be in business for myself because I wanted my own logo. I wanted my own logo. And I get it. When you're 24 years old, you're smaller minded thinking. You don't have all of the life lessons to help you understand supply and demand, inflation. You're not understanding shifts in the market just yet, right? I got into real estate when the market tanked. Remember back in 2007 when the subprime market went away? Clueless right here. This girl, Clueless. She didn't know. But because she had a mindset that said to her, you are in real estate right now, you are your own boss, you get to control your paychecks. No one's putting you on probationary period. You are in control of your world. That was so much more exciting to me than making money. I mean, and here's the thing, when you're 24 and you get right out of real estate or you get right into real estate, you think you're going to be a millionaire by your 30s, right? I think there's a bunch of us that probably thought that. And I haven't done that yet. I have not become a millionaire yet. I don't have that money in the bank to yield me a opportunity in less than 10 years to be able to walk away or sell my business that I've established. Like that's my goal. My exit strategy, this is the cool thing about real estate. When you're talking to an investor, you learn these cool terms, right? I talk to an investors always want to use us for free, right? So what I usually do is try to vet them out, help them to understand where it is that I come into play, that I'm not going to be your little, peon that you just get to use and abuse and take advantage of my knowledge. But if you put $1,000 down, I'll give you that $1,000 back at closing. And oh, by the way, here's how we operate. And I want a listing if you buy from me. But every investor that I talk to, right, has a thing that they call, well, what's my exit strategy? If I buy this property at X, then when and where and what is my exit strategy? And so the thing is this, I am always looking at my exit strategy. So if I have a exit strategy of walking away from production in real estate at 55 years old, which is just 11 years from now, I've talked to my certified financial planner and I know I need $1.25 million in a high yield operating account so that I can live off that interest when I go to, live longer in life. What is the, I just went blank with the term. When I go to retire and when I go to just finish out the rest of my life, right? I also want to take advantage of traveling and going and doing what it is that I want. Hopefully I'll be on water or have a lake house where I wake up every day on the water. But I know at 44 that I need 1.125 million in a high yield interest rate account so that I can live off my interest and retire with peace of mind, right? Retire with peace of mind because I know that that interest rate that I'm getting off of that 1.125 is enough for me to live on a very conservative level. I don't need a lot. I just want to know that I have peace of mind and security for my future, right? So, what if you were presented with an opportunity that tells you this? Hey guys, this is something that you can do easily with your career that you're already doing. And what is required of you is really just three simple steps. I think we get in our heads a lot because it really is just three simple steps. Can you spend 2 hours a day on a business that could yield you $900 a day or more? Because you can make as many sales as possible. You could make 15 sales at $900 in one day, and you could do it the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And that is game changer money. $900 a day for me would be game changer. If I could just make $900 a day, are you kidding? Do you know the stress that would be taken off my heart, my head, my soul, my future? Do you know the excitement and just the peace of mind that comes with knowing that, oh my gosh, I am going to be okay? Well, you're talking to her. You're talking to her because I know where I'm going. I am focused on a specific goal. I have already decided to open up shop with the digital marketing, digital product. And why did I choose the digital product that I did? Because I'd already spent $10,000 on three other things that didn't work and didn't give me success. And that was in 2019 and 2021. And then in 2022, I tried the Amazon thing and I finally just threw my hands in the air and thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be showing houses into my 70s, right? That was sort of kind of, I felt defeated. I felt defeated. I felt overwhelmed. I had anxiety. I had not met my person yet. But here's what happened. Because I was specifically and diligently looking for this, I found it. I found it. Someone had finally put together the solution that we were all looking for. If you could start a digital business and know that you could have a automatic email automation rejection free, no monthly fee, no percentage. Like you're making 100% of the commission. This is your audience that you're finding. If you knew you could do that, and you knew that with persistence and focused intensity over time could yield you six figures in 6 months, would you pay for a coach to tell you exactly what to do? And I think I said that wrong. Hold on. I said coach. That's not what this, we have a product called, I call it a business in a box. It's called Legacy Builder Program. It is a program, not a course. It teaches you step by 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 step. And the reason I'm going on and on and on like Seth MacFarlane on American Dad is because it is, everything is in there. All you have to do is go through the first 5% of the modules to have your business up and running. And I did that in less than 24 hours, right? Why? Because it was step by step. All I had to do was simply bring my personal attention to the game. See this little name up here right now? It says Ashley Westbrook. The other day I had it as Daily Wealth Online. I'm getting ready to change that. But that was my own personal entrepreneur self, because every realtor just wants to be their own brand, right? So it already resonated with what it is that I'm doing. In fact, if you're a realtor, your skill set's going to transition really nicely over to digital marketing. So going back to it. So what I did was I went to this dailywealthonline.com. I had to go to my a domain, right? You had to go to a domain website and get into buy your domain. And that was the cool thing. You got to be creative. And then once you get in there, you're going to have access to your Kajabi. Now, you hear these crazy tools, Kajabi, School, and some other things, but Kajabi is where our blueprint sits. It's where our blueprint sits. And oh, by the way, the most invaluable thing to me is the school, the community in which you get access to, because we are basically 30,000 people going towards six figures in 6 months, and most of them have already done it. This is, if you have a following, great, but you don't have to. So let me stay on target here, because the main focus today for me is to teach you about mindset, right? Well, Ashley, I don't have the time to do that. Okay. So let's figure out where you might have time. There's this thing on your computer, on your little phone that's in your pocket. There is a feature in settings and then in screen time. So I want you to do yourself a favor. I know everybody's getting ready. Sundays are family days and rest days. So I know you might be doing some other things, but at some point this week, go to your settings tab and look under look under screen time. So I want you to take a look and analyze your own screen time that you're putting out there into the world, because that screen time chart that you see is actually how many hours a day you're on social media. And I'm pretty sure that it actually even breaks down where you are on, like it'll say social media, Google or Safari. And it may even say, like, if you have a company work site or a company, portal that you're on, or maybe you're searching for real estate and you're on a client portal search, right? So you can go to your screen time and you can take a look at how much time you're actually spending on your device. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this to your attention is because your family and your future seem to be probably priority versus looking on Facebook and seeing what everybody is doing, right? Yes or yes. Would you agree with that? So if you know that your family's hurting right now, you're struggling, you're even calling your lender and saying, hey, I've got to refinance my home because I've got 5 credit cards that are maxed out, that are charging me 28.9% interest rate. And I looked at this in December and here it is July, and I just keep throwing money away because the inflation is too much and my kids still have to do select ball, select dance. I've got, vacation Bible school. We have that, Disney cruise in July. I've got to pay it off, but yet your minimum payments are so low that they're not diving or dipping or deducting that big balance at all. So now you're going to your largest asset that you have for generational wealth, and you're having to rob your equity just to pay off your credit cards. Okay. So put this into perspective. Is your screen time number Would it make sense to transform that? What if it's 14 hours in 1 week that you're on your phone and the majority of those hours are on Insta, on Facebook, on TikTok, right? Then look at your family and say, oh my gosh, like I have met a girl who is telling me that for 2 hours a day, if I spend on my business, have a CEO mindset, and be coachable, because this is a done for you business, that in 6 months, I will have six figures. And that's just if you do exactly what it is that we say. I hear people, I hear excuses all the time, but that's what this is. It's so simple that it's mind-blowing. And I'm simply wanting to share an opportunity with you because I've lost friends this year, like I think we all have. I know lots of people who are feeling so stressed out and so overwhelmed financially, you know. I don't want to see that happen. So, your screen time is something that I always say to go look at first. Now, this is a great tool that I'm doing with myself and with my fiance lately. We're using this. I just need you to get a pen and paper, right? Get a pen and paper this week and start tomorrow if you can. Start tomorrow. We're going to take a pen and paper, and I want you to put it beside you tonight when you go to bed, and I want you to take a mental inventory. And here's the thing: you cannot measure what you cannot, or you cannot manage. I'm sorry, let me go back. You cannot manage what you cannot measure. So if we know that, and we think that we don't spend as much time as we do on social platforms, and we think that we have, no time during the day, why don't we stop and be aware of what's going on? So take just a mental measure of what's going on this week. Go to bed tonight with a piece of paper. I want you to, it doesn't have to be completely organized. I'm not prepared to do this, but I'm going to show you what I would do. Um, I would just take a chart like this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Just take a chart like this, just a simple chart. Doesn't have to be anything big, right? So let's start tomorrow with Monday. If I know that I wake up at 5:30 on Monday, then I'm going to say my first chart is at 5:30, right? But then if my feet don't hit the floor because I grab my phone off the desk or off the side table, and my feet don't hit the floor till 7:15, whoa, I need to log it. So from 5:30, I'm laying in bed horizontal on my social media, and then 7:15, my feet hit the floor. Okay, that was an hour plus of you just scrolling on your phone, right? So you see where I'm getting with this? I want you to take a mental note. It is so beneficial for you as a person to see where your time's going. So let's go here, 7:15, and then you know what? You washed your hair last night. Your hair's still curly, so you don't have to get up and do that. So you've got your makeup on. So 7:45, you got your makeup on, right? And then 8 o'clock, you're got your coffee, you're packing the kids' lunch. So you got to log that, right? Just go in every 30-minute increments. And then by the end of the day, you don't have to log it at first, and this may take a month because this is a new habit, right? But it's so rewarding to see where your time and your effort are going, because if you know that you just need 2 hours a day to start your own business in digital marketing, and that in 6 months you could have six figures, you will have six figures in 6 months. You will, because this is a proven blueprint. It's done for you, and we simply show you how to do it. The benefits of this business, learning a digital product, is it's an in-demand skill. So you are about to go through it's not a crash course, but it's a business in a box, and it's a skill set in a box. It shows you so much skill set in one particular subject matter that you're going to have this knowledge with you for the rest of your life. And oh, by the way, if you're a Gen Xer, been in the business for 20 years, are a baby boomer or an empty nester, your kids are about to leave to go to college, and now you and your significant other are sitting there having a conversation about, well, do we just put our nose down and just work an extra 10 years and just figure out how this is? Great, do that. But why not do this also? Because now you have 2 hours a day to spend on your business. You have your own audience because you have your own story. And for $900 a day, like the minimum I could make is, well, it's actually 100 because there's four streams of income. But if you're hearing this message, then you already know what this is. So this is four streams of income that I can sell. And oh, by the way, I have the master resale rights. So it's just like me selling a Stanley Cup at Dick's Sporting Good, right? Dick's did not make Stanley, but Dick's has the right to sell Stanley Cup at their store. So Dick's is going to make all the profit and only have to pay back their wholesale, right, cost to Stanley. Now, the thing is this, with this company, with this business, I make 100% profit. So if you are excited and you're resonated with me and you like, know, and trust what it is that I'm telling you is going to solve a problem for you and your family, you're going to go up here to dailywealthonline.com, hit the follow button for sure, but put your email in to watch the free videos. There's 2 free videos in there. They're like 10 minutes long. Take notes. Do it when you can, like just go put your email in right now. That way it pops up. And then later on today, after you do all your things, you can go back to it. You can focus on it. Take some time for yourself. Just go into a private corner, maybe go outside, take a walk, listen to what this video says. This video could change your reality. And here's the thing, go listen to it again and bring it to your person. And you know what? And have them have an open mind, because in 6 months, your reality could be at a point where you're looking and going, okay, it took me a year to make $60,000 and it took me 3 months to make $60,000. I don't know. Anybody got a no-brainer there? Like if that job overtakes your digital marketing money, then oh my gosh, how exciting. Keep your career going. Keep those benefits going. Keep going with your digital marketing business. But once you see what this is, it's about how long is it going to take? How is this going to be possible? How do I get there? It's not, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't have time? It's not, what if I can't do it? No, it's, how long is it going to take me to get to 6 figures? How do I get started? How do I make content every day? Because I'm so excited, because once you get into this program and you see all the help that you have around you, it's like you just joined this club where we're all going to be 6-figure earners in just 3 to 6 months. And it's fun because it's proven. It's a proven blueprint. And the only reason that I'm taking time out to share with you is because I want to help others. I want to help you change your reality. I am a Christian woman. I believe that family time is the most important time. I believe that moms and dads should be home with their kids, be answering these questions. I believe that the family unit is a strong unit. I believe that the world is trying to destroy our family units, and I'm not okay with it. And I feel like this opportunity to get parents back in the home, empty nesters, get you caught up on your retirement plans, give you hope instead of going and spending the next 10 to 15 years at a corporate job that doesn't pay you well enough anyways. And oh, by the way, in just a snap of a finger, you could lose your job. And I'm not trying to fearmonger anyone. That's not what I want to do at all. But I'm in real estate and I've been living fearfully in my career since 2015, like scared like a little bunny rabbit. Well, what are you talking about, Ashley? That doesn't make any sense. Let me tell you what happened in 2015. You ever heard of Zillow? Do you know that Zillow is basically a Google for home searches? They're not in the real estate business. They are just a simple consumer search engine, just like a Google is to the World Wide Web. Zillow is a Google search for multiple listing service, right? When our own local board and the National Association of Realtors allowed Zillow to encroach upon my territory and my livelihood, I was fearful. In 2015, I was, what was I, 35 years old. I was 35 years old. So I have almost been living 10 years in fear for my life, because I knew back then that one day, because I was 35 and I've got another 30 years to live and probably be working, right? Hey, good morning. And I knew that this Zillow people, and there was going to be many after that, were going to try to take and steal my business. And it wasn't right. And that's where we're at kind of in the world. Wouldn't you agree? There's lots of things that are going on that seem kind of backwards. Now, what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. It's kind of weird, but I think that I think that where we're at with with time and realizing how important remote work is. Why would somebody want to work from home? Why would somebody want to have a remote job? I'll tell you why. Cuz it's less expensive. I mean, think about all the time that's associated with getting ready for the work week, right? And oh, by the way, if you're a woman and a nice dressed man, sometimes we let others, basically influence our bank account because we feel like we need to be the sharp dressed man or the sharp dressed woman. That's income that you have to go pay for an outfit to, show your part every day. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of drive time, a lot of expense, a lot of wear and tear on your car, gas, tolls, tax, title, whatever it is, right? Everybody's got a new car. I mean, there's lots of factors that go into being very expensive having a career that you go to. People are wanting to work from home because they can work from anywhere in the world. And that's where I really need to broaden this up. It's not just working from home, but I think that we all assume at this point that working from home means, hey, as long as I have one of these little computers in my back pocket or a Wi Fi connection or an internet connection, I can have an automated business that's rejection free, no monthly cost. It's 100% commission. It allows me to go to the World Wide Web and share my story because that's simply what you're doing. In order for you to get to know, like, and trust that what I have is going to solve a problem that you are experiencing in your family, in your life, in your reality, then you're going to want to know who I am. And I hope you want to trust who I am. And I hope that you like who I am because I'm simply speaking my truth. And I'm simply out there sharing with you what realtors are experiencing, what people are experiencing as far as, the reality of them having to work for an additional 10 to 15 years in a job that they can't stand. I am simply trying to nudge you and help you to be aware of recognizing patterns that are around you. How many people do you know that have recently gone to their job that they've been a tenure for 15, 20 years and they're getting let go? They're getting let go because maybe there was an artificial intelligence, bot or a department that they were able to save the company a very large amount on the bottom line. But because of that decision, it yielded in you and 12 other people who were great employees to be let go. Like, I'm seeing that happen everywhere. So if that happens to you, are you going to like dig out your resume on your cloud and go redesign it? Are you going to go submit resumes to 500 people a day in the hopes that 1% give you a call back? Because that's what I've experienced. I've put my resume back together a few times. I've dipped my toe in the water a few times when I was like, I just don't know if I can do this anymore. I just don't know if I can continue to do the same thing over and over and over and over, because what does that mean? It equals insanity. If you're doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results and you're not getting any, it's insanity. So we have an in-demand skill that's being taught to you at a hyper level, and the decision to make the purchase with the digital growth community with dailywealthonline.com. So you would be buying from me, I would get $900 and then you would come in under me. And then your first steps would be to watch the video, get your username and password to your Kajabi, start setting up the modules, start going through the modules with the digital growth community. And then hooking up your payment links, and all of a sudden here's your freedom machine. Your freedom machine can be built in just like 2 hours. So that's the fun thing. Now, I would say this. I got excited when I learned about this. I actually took a picture of this woman back in February, and I didn't go back to it until April 13th. So it took me almost 60 days to make a decision, right? I'm telling you, I don't know why I didn't make a decision sooner. I don't think I was serious about it. I think I had a lot of things on my table as far as real estate goes, because like you people who also have 2 and 3 jobs, can I tell you how many I have right now? I'm an Oklahoma realtor. I'm a broker in Texas. I'm a property manager. I'm flipping a property right now. And now I'm doing digital marketing. So I've got 5 roles of income that don't pay me every week. But I've got one role that makes me so excited because I know with focused intensity over time equals unstoppable momentum, because that's what this digital space is. The secrets are: be consistent, show up every day. And it's not a microwave society that this program's about. Okay. So if you're going to get into this program and expect that 6 videos is going to yield you a sell, you got another thing coming. I need you to think bigger than that, because here's the thing: you are talking to the World Wide Web. So when you're talking to the World Wide Web, why would you assume that one video gets out to your perfect customer and somebody's just going to snatch it up and pay for it, right? You have to realize and think, and this is sort of difficult because we've been conditioned to only really focus on our own country for the last 30 years, right? Our own area. And just in the last, since the internet.com has happened, we have so much knowledge coming at us all the time over so many outlets that we're exposed to a global world, but we still don't understand it because it's global, right? So when you go fishing in a $5 billion, I'm sorry, when you go fishing in a 5 billion user pool, you're going to find your perfect customer over time because they're going to resonate with you, because all you're doing is telling your story. You're telling your story. But the neat thing about this business, this business that I bought, is I'm not selling to friends and family. So when friends and family lately have been calling me, wanting me to talk to them about this, I cannot be a hypocrite. I've made one phone call and I won't make another phone call. Because here's the thing: I am not selling to friends and family. What I'm doing is I'm sharing with my people. I'm sharing with the World Wide Web. I'm sharing on my channels an opportunity that could be the answer of hope for them, right? Because I'm not selling you. Like, I've made one phone call to Chuck, and nobody knows who that is but me. But I've made one phone call to Chuck because he unsubscribed, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's like one of the sharpest people I know. I've known him. He came knocking on my door about 17 years ago when I was a new home. No, 20 years ago when I was a new home sales rep model. And he said, hey, I'm Chuck the lender. And we've been friends ever since. And though I called Chuck up and I said, hey, I said, just a little feedback. Why did you unsubscribe? And he tells me it wasn't anything you did. It's like, I just get too many emails. Ashley, get too many emails. Awesome. So I know that it's not my proven product, my proven blueprint, right? No big deal. You may get a video from us and realize that this is not aligning up with what it is that you do or who you are, or you can't simply fit it into your life. Great, no problem. Unsubscribe from me. You never have to see me ever again. But what I want to do is, because I'm a forward thinker and I think outside the box, and instead of saying I can't, I say, how can I? Like, I am the kind of person that says, how can I make 6 figures in 6 months? How can I spend 2 hours a day on my business and have an opportunity to go live in Barcelona and at the end of this year? How can I be having these conversations with my fiance where I'm like, hey, we could just like rent this place out, sell everything, and go to Costa Rica for a few months? How can I even wrap my head around thinking like this? Believe me, it has been very strange for me to say these things coming out of my mouth, because for the first time, I'm like, oh my gosh, we found it. We found it. And that's all I want to share with you, is that you can do this. This will get you there. Right? This is an amazing product that someone solved. And here's the thing: there's courses out there, there's coaching programs, all those things. But this is a business in a box that shows you exactly how to set up your digital business, you buy your domain. That's one cost that's out of it. Buy your website, which that's how the company makes money. So for one time $29 fee, you get an automated website. That's where my daily wealth online comes in, right? So let me show you what that looks like. This is, oh, he closed it. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and do this upside down. But anyway, so my sales page, oh, here it is. My sales page that's out there working for me 24/7 looks like this. And then once I put my email in and I get my video, this is the video. So I'm going to watch this video And I'm probably going to watch it again tomorrow because I want to make sure. I want to make sure I understand what this is, right? And then I'm probably going to make some notes and take some notes. And then I'm probably going to come back to Ashley's channel and go, okay, wait, where's that girl again? Screen snap me, follow me, like me, share me. I have hope. I have hope for you, right? So you're probably going to get an email from me this week letting you know when our next webinar is. We usually have one a week. It's kind of hyper announced at the very, you never know when it's happening. It's not consistent. It's not consistent because that's the only thing that's not consistent within our community. We have Mondays, we have 7 p.m. Central Standard Time webinars. That's to help meet with our global people. We have people from all over the globe in our community, and we have replays. So the minute that we have a webinar, if you can't hop on that, if you're in my email system, I'll send you the replay. That way you can take a look. I have a YouTube channel that's beginning to become monetized. I've had a YouTube channel in my real estate business for almost, I think I looked at it the other day and I think it said 2011. I've never made money on YouTube. And now because I joined this program in April of this year, it has taught me how to monetize on YouTube. I mean, like, why hasn't anybody ever thought of this before? I simply want to figure out a way to make another digital income stream. Like, I simply don't want to go get 2 jobs and spend more time away from my best friend. I want to figure out a way to work on an opportunity to work a business. I'm on the phone anyways. I'm already looking at my settings tab and seeing that my screen time is 14 hours a week. I'm on the phone anyways. Why not have a business that's out there working for me 24/7, utilizing email automation, utilizing email automation, utilizing the internet.com, where these pages are out there working for me 24/7 while I'm on the airplane, while I'm out showing property, right? Like, what if these pages are out there working for you, and with focus intensity over time equals unstoppable momentum? You guys, in 1 year, you're in the 6-figure club and you still doing the job that you love. Fine. Don't leave it. I mean, I love what I do. I love what I do because I got almost 20 years into the business. It takes about 10 years for a business owner to thrive. I know we live in a microwave society, but what other business do you know of that's low cost, such as $900 one time? Then you buy your operations tool, which is $29 one time. And then you go buy your domain, which is $1 to $3, depending on how many years you want to buy from GoDaddy. And that's it. So $933 cost total. And now I've got a business in a box that's basically like buying a Chick-fil-A franchise. Why are Chick-fil-A so successful? Because they have an operations manual and a system that works, and it's proven, right? How many times have you been? I mean, think about the Chick-fil-A's of the world. And I'm not sure about you guys in London or Africa, what y'all's Chick-fil-A's, or even if y'all have Chick-fil-A's, but in America, what just happened recently, about probably 5 years ago, is Chick-fil-A came up with this fantastic drive-through system. They put 3 kids out there in the drive-through line. They put canopies outside for all the kids to stand under. They put waters out there. They gave them a tablet to place their order. And so now you've got Chick-fil-A people just running, I mean, just coming through because the order is taken at 6 cars deep. And by the time they get to the window, it's ready, handed out and going, right? Like, Chick-fil-A has a system. They just changed the fast food industry forever by simply integrating, by simply just saying, how do we, instead of like, man, there's this big problem we have. We can't service all of our people in a timely manner. So instead of saying, golly, we're beat, we looked at it and said, how can I make my line faster? How can we up the price per car average by increasing the time that people come into our restaurant, circle around the building, get their food and leave, right? They looked at it as a how-to because our brains work that way. Our brains are set up to solve problems. So the problem that we have is, how am I going to stop taking a calculator to the grocery store? How do I stop having to only buy clothes when there's a promo code or an eBay special or a sale? How do I make sure that I pay off this credit card and utilize the Dave Ramsey method because I got to get out of this credit card debt? It's killing my family. How do I get rid of this friction that's in the house because of stresses from finances? You guys, when you say how do I, and this situation is presented in front of you, this is a hey, I'll tell you what you need. You need three things. Can you show up like a CEO and have a mindset of a CEO? Can you be coachable? And can you spend 2 hours a day on your business? That's it. And what does the 2 hours look like? Okay, here's Ashley Westbrook's 2 hours. Okay. Because I already made a decision that this is what it is that's going to get me there. I am 100% in. So the thing with you, unless I get struck by lightning and don't make it home today, I will be here tomorrow. Daily. I am on the web daily, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, every day, TikTok, YouTube, and now Facebook. I am doing that because I have something that can change your life. So I am going to be here. This is not a one and done. This is oh my gosh, I'm going with this girl. She knows what she's talking about. I can do this. This will get you there, right? This will change your family's life. The minute that I hit the purchase button, because we talked about it, I have a person in my life now. And so it's kind of fun getting to be a partner, getting to have a best friend. I feel like I kind of joined the married club, right? Like it's fun. It's fun when you find your best buddy because it's like, wow, this is what that looks like. I never had that. I never had I always wanted to be the professional, the career person, right? I put a lot of that first. Now I have my best buddy, and all we want to do is be together and go travel and go do and go see and go just do everything. So now I want to figure out a way to not have to work all the time, and he's pretty particular about who gets to share time with me, right? When we have these internet leads calling me on properties that I have listed, and they're convincing me that they've got money in the bank but they're not willing to show me proof. So how am I as a realtor going to take time out of my day when you as a caller are telling me that you got to see this property, you've got cash, but when I'm asking you to show me that you've got cash, you can't do it? So it helps me to weed out the nonsense. You see what I'm saying? It helps me to weed out the fluff real quick. And that's one of the things in real estate you have to learn how to do. You can't just go and jump at every opportunity that comes at you. You have to get good at asking questions. You have to get good at determining if these people are going to waste your time, if they're using you, if they're taking advantage of you. Because usually when someone like that calls, they always have somebody else that they're going to use for the transaction. So if you're a realtor, I mean, that's just business 101, right? You got to ask how, you got to ask your questions. So in real estate, that's always what I'm doing. I'm always asking hard questions. I'm always having hard conversations. Why? Because the market changes every 90 days. Currently in real estate, we're going through a shift. We're going back to normal. And when you go back to normal, sometimes your days on market increase, right? So I'm having hard conversations with people who are like, but I want to sell my house in a week. And I'm like, well, we can. we can throw your equity out and we can get it sold in 2 days if you want to, if we drop the price low enough, but that doesn't give you what you want, right? So here's the thing. I have spent $10,000. This is why I'm so excited about this, because I've already done the hard work for you. I've traveled across the nation to go to coaching. I've had Tony Robbins as my coach. I've had Craig Proctor as my real estate coach. I've gone to his events in Florida and California. I've gone to Nashville recently, came home from Nashville, started a podcast. Why? Just because I learned something. I learned something and I wanted to do it. But here's what they didn't teach me. They didn't teach me how to market it. And let me tell you what it is that I'm doing. So now 2 years later, when I found this problem that I was having because I couldn't figure out how to take it to market, I couldn't figure out how to build it because I have no tech skills. I don't know anything about coding. I don't know anything about building a website, right? I tried that. If you've ever tried to build a website, you and I both know that it's $2,000 minimum. I mean, I've never paid $2,000 for a website. It's always been It's always been north of that. And I've paid two different people two different times. And most recently, yeah, and I totally forgot about this one. Oh my God, I've paid more than that. I just had this thought. I represented a Lake Fork property a couple of years ago and had to pay $1,800 to build his website because the guy wouldn't put his property on the multiple listing service, which I never should have taken. But anyways, so it costs a lot of money to build a website. So in my community, I get to buy a pre-built website for $29 one time, and then it's mine. And then I simply go to my module and I go here and it shows me how to hook up my freedom machine. And that's what we call it. We call it a freedom machine because it's out there working 24/7, right? This is the page that's out there working for me. I simply come to you in my 2 hour a day work day, because this is what I do for 2 hours every day. I do it differently. I'm learning right now how to maximize my 2 hour workday. So I'm pivoting a little bit because I'm getting good at the videos, because I'm saying the same thing over and over and over and over, because it's one product. It's one product that I'm sharing with the world. It is a product to help you make six figures in 6 months by showing others how to build a digital community. I'm sorry, how to build a digital, no building. It's already done. How to promote a digital product. What is the product? The product is me showing you how to make an income online by having a digital product, because the digital product is the digital business that shows you how to make an income online, which yields you six figures in 60 days. Make sense? It's so simple that it's almost difficult to comprehend. And I totally get that. And that's why if you go up here to like, follow, share me, follow me for sure. I'm not used to saying these things, right? Because this is so new to me. But if you'll go follow me, I'll be back in your Central Standard Time, because that's my responsibility. I bought a business. I bought a business that tells me that if I spend 2 hours a day on my business, have a CEO mindset, be coachable, because the system is here. And oh, by the way, I have a community that is with me 100% strong. And any questions that I have or any kind of issues that I have, I simply go in here to my school and there's all the members. And this is our Scoogle bar. We have our own Scoogle bar. This is not a Facebook group. This is our own Scoogle, our own school, which is basically our brick and mortar, if you will. This is our virtual office, and it's so streamlined and so easy. If you guys had to do the virtual offices back in, the COVID era, then we have come so far along. I mean, so far along, you have no idea. So I'm telling you right now, Gen Xers, baby boomers, if you're 70 years old and you're like, what am I going to do? I've got to figure this out. You have an audience. So many people are online. Your age group is online. Your story is out there online. You are talking to the World Wide Web. That blows my mind. And I'm so excited about it. I mean, I've always said in real estate that I have a global business because I was with a big company that had offices in other countries. But now for the first time, I have a global business that I talk to every day. And I try to show up at times that can resonate with their schedule so that they can understand that us realtors in Dallas, Texas, USA are having the same issues that you're having. Right. And people who've been working in the corporate world, people who are so sick and tired of all this, debt, and taking their calculator to the grocery store and frustrated and don't have a dime or living paycheck to paycheck. This is your hope. This is an opportunity for you to learn a new skill, show up 2 hours a day on your phone. It's in your back pocket already, on your phone every day. With intentionality, just be coachable. I am not making anything up. The reason that I sound the way that I do, the reason that I have a message is because it's one product. It's one product. You get 100% commission. So if I sell a $900 legacy builder program, I get $900. And then that's my business. Then I'm taking it to the World Wide Web and sharing with other people. Hope. A chance to get out of the paycheck, bring dad home, right? How many jobs do you have right now? How many jobs do you have that you're trading time for dollars? Wouldn't it make more sense to have one job, spend and maybe have another job and spend 2 hours a day on that job? You can be with your family, you can do the things, but over time, this other 2 hour a day job is going to yield you six figures in 6 months. That's what it is that I have. And I'm so excited to bring it to you. And thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me this morning. I'm getting ready to go to church. And so we are going to end my live. If y'all have any questions, please make sure to like, follow, share me, TikTok. Please help me. I am so close. I am so close. And I'm more passionate about helping other people make this just look at this and go, holy cow. How that question, how are we going to get here? This girl from Texas just gave it to us. This girl from Texas just gave us to us. And that's where I'm going to end my call today. So thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate you. YouTube, you guys are awesome always. I love it. I love, love, love Sundays. Go to dailywealthonline.com